doctors called the paralysis permanent. 17 stab wounds to the head and neck will do that. My attackers, of course, flipped the script. They told the cops they were the victims, with a manslaughter charge already hanging over my life like a storm cloud. I had no choice but to take the plea. 24 months. The final insult, or so I thought, came from God himself. As I walked onto the yard, my useless left arm tucked away in my pocket like a forgotten belonging, I learned I'd been sent to the only prison in the entire state that had a pool table. It felt like the universe was telling a cruel joke, and I was a punchline. Every day, after the monotony of my work detail, I'd retreat to the laundry room. The air was thick with the chemical tang of bleach in the low. Constant rumble of industrial dryers, steam hiss from the presses, hanging heavy and damp in the air under the buzz of the long fluorescent tubes. The worn felt of the table looked a sickly, faded green. Devils and as low, suffocating room that I began to play one-handed. It was clumsy at first, a pale imitation of the game that had once defined me. But day by day, the rhythm returned. I learned to generate spin with a flick of my wrist, to break with a sharp, explosive jab. My one good arm was becoming a precision instrument. I started to get an audience. A correctional officer, a captain with a gold badge and a crisp white shirt, would lean against a dryer and watch his arms crossed. Then, one afternoon, he picked up a cue. We played a couple of games, the quiet clack of the balls, a sharp counterpoint to the drone of the machines. An unlikely friendship formed over the faded felt, and for a few minutes each day we weren't a convict and a guard. We were just two guys shooting pool. "11 months and 2 weeks into my sentence, the miracle happened. I woke in the dead of night, around 3 a.m. with a distinct feeling that someone was standing over my bum. I sat bolt upright and without a thought, my left arm, my dead arm, rose from my side and I scratched my head. For a moment I was sure it was a dream, but I kept moving it, flexing the fingers, touching my face. The muscles dormant for so long felt alive with a strange electric hum. A pins and needles fire that was the most beautiful pain I'd ever felt. I sat there in the darkness for a good 15 minutes, just rediscovering the limb I had lost, until the harsh prison lights flickered on, confirming the impossible, I wasn't dreaming. Within weeks, my game was sharper than it had ever been. For a split second, I wondered if I should just be grateful, keep my head down and play for myself. But the hustle was a part of me I couldn't just turn on. And maybe God hadn't just healed my arm, maybe He'd given me back my sword and pointed me toward a new kind of battle. The captain couldn't touch me anymore, and it wasn't long before the gambling began. The laundry room transformed into an arena. The game was 14 pool, straight pool. The first rack was for $100 I won. The deputy paid the captain for the next 5.5 hours. We were locked in battle. He was good, but this was my world and these were my rules. This was prison pool, where every shot carried the weight of everything you had. He only managed to beat me twice. The final score was 18-2. When we walked out, the captain had won 800 of my winnings tucked in his pocket, his face betraying nothing.